Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome to the Market Recap. I am Dan Hodgman. Oh, it's good to be back. Excuse me. There's going to be a lot of coughing here. Still not 100%. I did catch the good old COVID, but we are on the mend, and there's an advantage to working from home these days. If we were still in the office, I don't think I'd be able to come into work, but because I get to work from home and I'm the only one here, I get to still work. So I'm excited to be joining you guys here today. It is Monday, February 22nd. I hope you guys all had a great week last week. I hope you had a nice weekend. Big shout out to Hogue for filling in for me. We are coming around. It feels good to be slightly human these days. If you haven't caught coronavirus, I hope you don't. It wasn't the most enjoyable week and a half of my life, but fortunately, for the most part, it's behind. I got some congestion, a little bit of cough, as you can hear. So we are on the mend, and it feels good. So I want to say hello to everybody. It's good to see your names again. It's good to be sitting here at the desk. I spent a whole week laying on my couch, not really moving. And if you're looking for some good shows to binge watch, let me know. I went through most of them. I got new streaming services to start watching stuff. Highly recommend Discovery Plus. That was a good one. One of my favorite shows is back. Monster Garage. That's back on Discovery Plus. So if you're looking for some shows, go check it out. Felix, always the first one. Good to see you. Murph, you as well. Ashton, good to see you. Bill, Tanya, Ralph, Mark, Brian, Bulldozer. Thank you guys for the welcome backs. Yes, Tanya, so far so good. We have almost beat the Rona. There's still a little bit there, but we're getting through it. Mr. Shine's Mystery Channel, good to see you. Bulldozer, yes, I did. No smell, no taste, no appetite, fevers, the aches, exhaustion. Had almost all the effects. I mean, pretty much everything I was reading about, I had them. Got the chest cold, got the sinus infection, but we're getting through it. Price they pay for still trying to have a little fun out in town and still hang out with all my friends. You got to have that balance, I guess. Hogue, yes, Hogue, thank you. Thanks for covering. Josh, congratulations, Josh. Really excited to see that. Super happy for you. Ralph, thank you. I appreciate that. And same to you, Book of Joe. Yes, vitamin D, C, zinc, iron. I don't know. My doctor sent me a text about this long of all the vitamins to be taking. Did my first ever neti pot. I don't recommend that. That was awful. It was an experience, to say the least. Plus side, my sister, she's having a baby today, so I got a new nephew on the way, and this means I'm going to have my antibodies so I can go visit him, which makes me really, really excited. All right, so on that note, like I said, there's going to be a lot of coughing, and I do apologize. Stimulus bill is working on getting cleared here. Stocks are a little bit nervous. Jerome Powell is going to be testifying the next couple of days. Janet Yellen's warning about the inefficiency of Bitcoin. Did I say Janet Yellen? Janet Yellen is talking about the inefficiency of Bitcoin. Her concerns there. But for the most part, relatively quiet day in the news front. We got a lot more coming, though, this week. Don't forget, earnings are still happening. I'm still getting kind of caught up on the markets here after being gone for a full week. I didn't look at anything. Didn't have any positions on or anything. I didn't look at the markets. I kind of completely zoned out. I think I came into my office twice. Once was to grab some headphones and once was to look for something. Other than that, I didn't really come into the office. Didn't turn on the computers, nothing like that. So I'm still kind of diving into everything. But let's go ahead, take a look at our charts here, and we'll go from there. As always, we like to start with our crude oil, which, man, oh man, no surprise here. Crude oil continues its tear to the upside. It's still looking for that previous swing high. Fell just shy today. Not by a whole lot, though. 61.83 is our high. $62 is really where this market wants to try. It was trying to get to. Couldn't get all the way there. But market opened up, got back on the trend, and really took off. It stalled out for quite a bit today. And we really caught this surge at the tail end of the day. And these are the points that we're looking for in trending markets, right? Trending. We want to find those points of weakness if it's trending higher, or those points of strength if it's trending lower. So we've maintained a nice trend to the upside. We stalled out right around $61. $61. It was a great opportunity, which happens to be almost point of control of the day. From there, really, to me, the opportunity was to try and see this thing extend higher. Maybe not all the way to 62. That would have been my first thought. But as we look back, we want to start to think about where we were trading. Well, this was in the overnight session, regular trading hours, right here, 61.66. Great opportunity to run the market from 61 even up to 66, 61.66. Good opportunity there next. Let's go ahead and look at the S&P 500, which was the stronger of the two equity markets that we look at here today. It made an attempt to get back to settlement price to close that gap, and it really struggled off the open, but eventually caught some buyers, but never made it all the way up. We came right to the low side of Friday's regular trading hour session, and from there, broke right back down to where we opened. Point of control all the way down here, 38.75. 38.75 is point of control. So let's keep an eye on this value area here in the overnight session. That's what's going to keep my attention. Watch this value area in this overnight session if you're going to be trading. Now, Nasdaq, that's the big loser here. Nasdaq had a struggle of a day. Big tech continues to get hit. This economic comeback, what's that mean for tech? Well, this market opened up, made no attempt to go higher, continued to press lower, and here's what I liked. Here, to me, was our opportunity. We're not catching this initial move, most likely, unless you're recognizing and you're looking pretty short time frame saying, well, we found resistance up here at 427, 420 approximately in the overnight session. We found some resistance as the market came up there. Are we going to find that resistance once again? If so, maybe that was the break. If not, you got to find that strength. And here's what I liked. We got some strength. We moved right to the overnight swing lows, and the market broke down once again from there. So good opportunities in both these equity markets to maybe catch a nice trade here or there. But again, we're only looking for a couple opportunities in each and every day. Not every market's going to present opportunities multiple times in a day. So if we can find one or two great opportunities, that's what I want to look for. Gold now. Gold has gotten on the horse here today. Overnight session showed nice trend higher. Opening range pressed higher. We continued to see this market make an attempt to possibly look lower. It really didn't. Every time the market came back down towards where we opened up, the buyers came in pretty strong, and we want to recognize that. If you're able to recognize that, that was the move. Get on the trend, catch the move higher, and we've stalled out here. After lunch, this market got really quiet, not much opportunity after that, but we never made that look down towards settlement price, not once. It tried. Like I said, you saw this market press. As soon as it started to push lower, the buyers came in really fast and scooped this thing right up. So if you're able to recognize that order flow there, that could have been some good opportunity. Next, let's go ahead and look at the euro. Euro, volatile, choppy open, but continued to press a little bit higher. We were making some new highs. And after lunch, excuse me, right before lunch, this market really got on the horse and took off to the upside. So this market is continuing to make this trend higher over the last 4 days, and there's what we have continuing up. So that's what we want to be thinking about when these markets give us a trend, even if it's a short time frame trend like this. We want to take advantage of that, and we want to look for those breakdown points if it's trending higher. And again, if it's trending lower, we're looking for those little bits of strength. All right, lastly, let's go ahead and look at the 10-year note. Pretty quiet day. The note opened up, pushed right through settlement price. by a few ticks, actually a decent amount. Settlement price right down here at, let me just double check it, make sure I got the exact one, 135.14 half settlement price. This market moved through there by 4.5 points. Good move there through settlement price. Rejected pretty quickly. To me, we had our next chance as this market was floating at settles to maybe see if we can catch the short side. And that's what it did. It pressed a little bit lower, came right back to where we opened up. And the regular trading hour session, for the most part, is going to end unchanged. Regular trading hours, that is. Now, those are our markets here today. Like I said, still not 100% over here, so we're trying to get through it. I got this relentless cough. Cannot get rid of it. As you guys remember, we had a couple nice buys here to start the year. Bitcoin. Whoops, that's not the card. There it is. Bitcoin, we bought 34,515. Well, right now, we got Bitcoin 54,090. Now, Bitcoin was a volatile market. It opened up last night up at just shy of $58,000. And it broke all the way down to $48,000. That's $10,000. Now, you're not trading just one coin when you trade the futures market on this Bitcoin. So, extreme volatility. Still not a safe product to be trading from a futures perspective. If you happen to look to invest in Bitcoin, that's a whole different avenue. But from a future standpoint, let's be cautious of it. Tanya's talking about selling Bitcoin now. You guys tell me. Do we sell it? Do we hold it? Let me know your thoughts. Mr. Shine's saying it's overpriced. Do we lock in this $20,000 profit and move on? Or do we continue to hold out? You guys give me your thoughts, and we'll make that decision tomorrow. The other one that we bought that's been pretty fruitful is Airbnb. We bought Airbnb $148.30. That's up to $195.34. Down a little bit. I remember 2 weeks ago when we were looking at it, we were over 200. But, hey, we're still in the money pretty nicely there on this product. Excuse me. I really hope you guys, if you haven't caught it, I hope you don't catch it. Next, Tesla. The slide is on, and Tesla down at $714 a share. And lastly, VIX opened up a little bit higher this morning, up at 24.4. Right now, 23.6. So, and then lastly, let's just take a quick glance at Gamestop. It's still moving. You're still seeing some reaction in it. Tanya, we don't trail stops here. We're all in, all out. GameStop, $46. But, man, this thing's been all over the place still. All over. So you're seeing it run up to 48. You're seeing it break down to 42. From a day trading perspective, GameStop might be a fun product to be active in from a day trading perspective. So maybe that's something to think about looking at. Next, the economic calendar. Tomorrow, consumer confidence, 9 a.m. Central Time. Also at 9 a.m. Central Time, Jerome Powell will be speaking. So let's just be cautious of that one. Anything you're trading, it could be affected. So just be patient there. Other than that, that's what we got. You're going to have a 2-year note auction tomorrow at noon. I don't see that affecting our 10-year note that much, but something, if at noon tomorrow you're trading treasuries and you see them spike a little bit, that would be what caused that one. All right, and lastly, earnings calendar. Tomorrow, we got some bigger ones. Home Depot's going to be tomorrow. HSBC Holdings, Square, Intuit. As I continue to kind of glance through here, just make sure there's no major ones that we're missing out on. Nope, that looks like those are going to be our big ones to keep our eyes on. All right, lastly, the state and history. I don't know if Hogue was able to touch on these, but glad to be back on today, February 22nd. These guys over here, the 1980 U.S. hockey team beat the Soviets in Miracle on Ice. So I think tonight a great movie to watch is Miracle from Disney. So maybe if you got Disney Plus, which is another subscription service I've gotten, I believe it's on there. So make sure you check that one out. Sean's got a question here. I passed step 2. Have 5 days left to get my funded account. What do you recommend I do? Well, Sean, couple different things. First off, review, and go over and make sure you have a sound plan for how you're going to start in that funded account. When you get to the funded account, a lot of traders get in there and they think that they've made it and now it's time to bring in all the bacon. That's not the case. I can't stress that enough. I've been saying it a lot this year. Trade what you have and not what you want. Right? We'll get to where we want to be eventually, but you got to trade with what you have. So get this plan, get prepared to come in and start slow. Start extremely slow. Get that first trade on the books. Feel it. Experience being in that live market. So that would be the one thing. Make sure you have a solid plan for starting slow. I'm not saying deviate from your strategy. You got to dance with the one you brought, but make sure you got a plan for starting slow. Make sure you know where your risk limits are going to be, how much you're going to risk that first day or that first week. So be patient there. I like this idea of getting a micro account. Nothing wrong with that, whether it's with us or you have a brokerage account and you just kind of dabble in some micros. That's a great idea as well. Also, enjoy some time off. Time away from these markets is the best thing for us. Myself and every professional trader I've ever met, their biggest thing when they're doing well, once things start to slow, to step away. When they're struggling, step away for a little bit. So enjoy some time off. And just again, have that solid plan for how you're going to start slow, manage that risk. And also, congratulations on passing step 2. Excited to have you over there with the funded accounts, and I look forward to seeing your name up on the boards. All right, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and sign on out of here. I hope you guys have all had a spectacular day. So trade smart, trade well. And John will be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Central Time with the market forecast. Coach's Playbook's back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Central Time. Man, it's good to be back. I look forward to seeing all of you guys. So everybody take care. Trade smart, trade well. Stay safe. Wash your hands. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the markets. Take care, everybody.